Righto, hello guys. Let's do a 2021 update of the gym, which is now expanded past the garage and onto my back patio. So nice little bit of grass, and let's do a walkthrough. So starting outside, we've got an again faster glute ham developer. We've got an assault bike imported copy. We have, I'm not sure what the brand is. I got this recently off of Facebook Marketplace for $200, but it's some variation of like a hammer strength or a Pro Maxima chest press machine. There's only a couple of plates on there, but most of the plates are inside. So there's a body solid leverage squat, which I've refurbished. I got that for free off of Facebook Marketplace because it was completely rusted out. I took it back to bare metal and then resprayed it, new pads, and I even added some handles, which make it a good little Viking press as well. So we got the sled there, storage there for the bikes that go on the car, leg extension, leg curl attachment, which goes in my adjustable bench. There's a attached to the wall a ski erg. I've got a Concept 2 rower as well that can be wheeled out when required. There's the spotting arms to my rack, 60 kilo stand bag, preacher curl attachment for the bench. There's my flat bench. And then here, if I zoom out a little bit or back up a bit, you can see is my ATX half rack, which is a little bit bigger than 3x3 inch because it's German, it's metric, so it's 80 millimeter by 80 millimeter. There's about 300 kilos worth of competition style or training competition style, because they're all black, but competition style training plates from again faster. As you can see, I've permanently attached my my belt squat attachment from ATX to the rack, so that's ready to go at all times. I just flip it down like that. Some of my barbells, I've lent a couple out to some friends, but I have a Force USA competition Olympic weightlifting bar, an aluminium kids training bar, and again faster CrossFit style general purpose bar. And then I've also got a women's bar which has been loaned out. A little bit of ball control in there just for some odd bits and attachments. My other jammer arm, that's a jammer arm that I've converted into a belt squat if you can't tell, but the other jammer arm actually sits up there, which was a homemade version of a leverage squat until I found that. So I don't really use that anymore. It can also be brought down and in front of the rack as a glute bridge machine. I've got a sissy squat back there, also a plate-loaded vest for those times when I want to make walking the dog's a bit hard. One of my dogs is really old, so she doesn't like to run. So there you can see I've got a 9-bar cube, which is holding a hex bar, a bicep curl bar. At the back there's a little tricep neutral grip bar in there. There's a Swiss bar, a giant cambered bar, and a safety squat bar. It's an iron edge safety squat bar, so it's made out of, it's actually just made out of Schedule 40 pipe, but the pads on it are phenomenal. At the back I've got some storage there for my wall balls. Wall balls don't see too much use anymore. I used to do CrossFit, so I used to use them a lot more, but straight back into the bodybuilding now. So this is one of my favorite pieces. This is I believe it's a V1 or V2 Cybex chest supported row. And that's one of my favorites. It's only got a 200-pound stack on it, but I do have a gym pin. If you don't know what a gym pin is, just search gym pin on Instagram. It lets you add additional plates to your pulley stack, which lets you get a lot more life out of a machine. That there is my adjustable flat incline decline bench from Force USA that uses the attachments before the preacher curl and the leg extension attachment. This here is an SMAI, Sportsmaster Athletics International, I think it stands for, dumbbell rack, which you can see I've got the 4 shelves there. So I've got 5-pound increments well, it's 2.5 kilo increments, I should say. It's in kilos. I live in Australia, so we're metric. But going from 2.5 kilos up to 35 kilos, and then after that, it's 5 kilo increments on the bottom row, going up to 50 kilos. And then at the back there, not seeing much usage at all. I do have 2 of all the kettlebells up to 32 kilos. And then on the other side of the gym, I have a Synergy branded Delt Press machine with the 10 plate stack there. Obviously a fridge at the back for all the drinks and whatnot. You can probably guess what's in here. Right, just lots and lots of white and green monsters and some sugar-free lime sodas. Bluetooth speaker. It's not particularly large. It's a Digitech, so it's not a brand one, but in the garage, that's more than loud enough. A bunch of protein powders. Dry erase board for writing out workouts if I choose to. I've also got a little Samsung there at the back with the, I forget what it's called. It's like a charger that connects it to the TV, so I can project the TV, Samsung to the TV as if it was a computer. And I use that for YouTube and spreadsheets and all that sort of thing. Not sure what the brand name is here, but this is it's a rehab style seated leg curl. And by rehab, I just mean that it's got 5 pound or 2.5 kilo weight plates on it instead of the usual 10 kilo plates or 20 pound plates. So it only goes up to I think 50 kilos total, so it's 110 pounds. So it is way too light. But again, I just stick the gym pin in the plate stack, and that'll take an additional 150 pounds of iron plates that I can stick on there, which makes it worthwhile. I've got a Stex branded treadmill there, which I swapped an old mobile phone for, so I was pretty happy with that. The leg curl was $200 off Facebook, by the way, and the shoulder press was $400 off of Facebook Marketplace. It was actually a Father's Day gift from my wife. This one I bought new, so I won't say what the amount was, but it's an imported leg press hack squat combo, but it's actually a commercial rated one. So it's got a 1,200 pound safety rating on it, and as you can see, the handles and the pads are much thicker and better made than you would normally see on a home style unit. And yeah, it's only got 2 plate horns on it, but thankfully they are long enough that if I use exclusively cast iron plates, which I've got on both sides, plus some of my bumper plates, I can actually get about 900 pounds on there. Which is more than enough for me. Normally I only do sets of 10 with like 300 kilos, so that's somewhere in the, I think it's 2.2, so 680, around 700 pound range. Got a 125 kilo plate stack. It was called Barbarian Line, but the brand is now called ATX Fitness, which is a German brand. So yeah, 125 kilo stack, high and low row, and then just a Chinese copy. It's made by a company called Brute Force, but it's a Chinese copy of a Tough Stuff 6-pack functional trainer. Obviously, it's only got the 6 points that you can do functional training work from. So you can't slide them up and down, but in all honesty, you really only ever use them from either the bottom, the middle, or at the top anyway. Depending on your height, the middle position might change, but it certainly gets the job done. It's a 100 kilo plate stack, and again, I can make it heavier with the gym pin. I have all the handles. I really like those handles for bicep curl or arm type work for buys or pressing. I don't like the metal ones. They tend to pinch on your hands a little bit. There's the low row attachment, easy bar attachment. These are imported copies of the Prime handles. So I've got Prime lat saw, Prime medium rotate handle, some ankle cuffs, close grip, and then I do also have the spreader bar there and a long black zinc coated wide grip lat pull down. Got a belt squat belt there, and just a big assortment of belts here. So that's let's back up a bit and try to take in the whole show. And there, as you see, starting out there, sort of making your way around. It's about a 2.5 car garage. We used to be able to fit 2 cars in here, but now with all the stuff we can only fit 1 car in here, and I'm slowly wearing the wife down to the point where we'll just leave the cars outside all the time, and maybe I can bring those inside at the gym, or we'll just get some more machines. But I've got all the necessary ones that I like. I prefer bodybuilding over everything else. Don't mind doing a little bit of CrossFit occasionally, but for me, for bodybuilding, I needed to be able to do sort of my essentials. So in here with the FID, I can do the, this is also really cool. This is part of a little kit that you can buy from SCS Fitness, which will actually, if you get these little cables here, and these cables, actually, if you put the FID bench, you can check it out on my Instagram, Dan Luke Hewitt on Instagram. You can wheel the bench in front of the functional trainer. That seat just swivels out of the way, and you can connect the cables to those long cables and then run the cables through the little wheels at the front of the bench there. And then your leg extension, leg curl attachment on this bench is then considered plate loaded off of the functional trainer, which is a really good trick. So I can do leg extension, leg curl in here, machine chest press, chest supported row variations. I do have a landmine as well for unsupported back work, but yeah, it was really important for me to be able to have some sort of a chest press, some sort of a chest supported row, and obviously that one's a very compact upright one. Leg curl, leg extension, and hack squat, and leg press, and machine shoulder press, and seated leg curl. They're sort of my go-to movement. So yeah, pretty happy with where the space is sitting at the moment. It is pretty full in here, but like I said, I can still get 1 car in here. Hopefully you've enjoyed the videos, guys, and I'll do another one probably in a year or so if I manage to make any changes. See ya.